Hi, Eric. Happy Tuesday. How are you? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Thank you. Thank you. Shalom to you, King. It feels so good outside now because let me tell you, I don't know what what anybody else feels like, but feels like I'm doing pretty good. Glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. Feels like we're still in the midst of a heat wave. We had like a little heat wave last week or a week before last, I think it was. Yeah, I think it was week before last. They were talking about a heat wave. So, you know, for like the past 3 years or so, when it's hot, we wait until it gets late. We wait until it gets late. Early morning is good. It's okay. But look, early morning, that sun starts to come out, okay? Even though it's cooler, that sun starts to come out. Even early in the morning, especially slap dab in the middle of summer, that sun will come out. And that sun does not play. So we wait until the sun sets, okay? We wait until it sets. So when it sets, we stand and we get out. I got some water. Y'all be asking me about my water. Listen, I usually get my water before I start. I don't drink too much because I don't want to cramp up. But once I'm done, I drink like 2 cups right after. And so that's part of my 8 right there. I usually drink like 1 before, 2 after. So that's 3 of my 8. Yeah. And I have it with me usually in my bag. When people ask me about it, it's usually in my bag. But I don't like to drink water as I'm walking. Because if you drink it as you're walking, maybe not everybody, but it's kind of weighty. It's kind of weighty as I'm walking. You ever drink so much water and it feels like you get like not a stomach cramp, but what is it? You get so full, you could get cramps. You could get a stomach cramp because you're so full. So I drink a cup before I start, an 8-ounce cup or glass before I start. Then we get it in and we drink 2. I don't gulp them down, but I take them. I'm done drinking them within 10 minutes. The 2, and then the other 5, I get in the morning. See, I do my main workout in the mornings, early in the morning, inside. And I don't do a lot of walking during my main workout. Like I'll get on my elliptical, my bike, or my treadmill to warm up for like 3 to 5 minutes. And then I work out. And when I'm done working out, then I'll get on and do my elliptical for like 30 minutes straight or an hour straight, depending on what I have to do that day. Message here for a review. Did I get a troll come through here? Let me see. Okay, you just need a little bit. See, a lot of people are like that. I don't know why they held that. Let me see if I can get it to show. Eric says, I just need a little bit to keep my mouth moist. Okay, I think, can you see your comment? I just need a little bit to keep my mouth moist. Okay, listen, YouTube. Listen, y'all, it's people on this app doing the most outlandish things, the craziest things, the most disrespectful things. We're talking about water, okay? We're talking about water. He's talking about keeping his mouth moist with water. Moist, okay? Hydrated. Right? It's the most important nutrient you need, water. It is a nutrient. The most important nutrient you will need. Okay? The other ones are very, 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 very important. Don't get me wrong. All right? But water tends to regulate those, remember? Remember, having too much water can dilute your body, can dilute your electrolytes. Not having enough can have your electrolytes concentrated. All right? So we don't want those electrolytes too concentrated, and we don't want them too diluted. All right? If you're too concentrated, then you're not getting enough water. Okay? If the numbers are too low, they're probably diluted, and you're getting maybe an excessive amount of water. Hard to believe, right? Yeah, you can get too much water. Okay, we're doing this hill, and we walk and talk on these hills, okay? If you're struggling and you're, okay, and I did this and I did that, you don't need to be walking while you're doing these hills. And you don't need to be talking and talking. You need to be walking, but you don't need to be talking, okay? If you're like that, you don't need to be doing that. All right? You don't need to be doing that. Yes, Queen, I drowned it after. Yeah. Yeah, and some people are funny about their water. Like half the day, first half of the day, they don't drink any water. Then around noon, 1, 2 o'clock, they get it all in before bedtime. Now, I don't know how they do it as far as getting up during the night, but a lot of people are like that. But some people also, they may drink it by noon. They probably had like 5 cups. By 3, 4 o'clock, they've got another 2 or 3. And they don't drink anymore the rest of the day. So it just depends on how it works for you. But as long as you're getting enough, not too much and not too little. There is a such thing as water intoxication, okay? It's hard to do, but it's not as hard as people think. Yes, Queen, I drowned it afterwards. Yes, 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 gotta get your water. And you know, I always say the flip side of everything, right? People get on here all day. Y'all drink enough water, drink enough water. Listen, as with everything I tell you guys on here, drink enough water within your health and fitness level. If you have any fluid restrictions, then you drink what the doctor tells you. Don't get on here drinking what because people keep telling you, drink enough water, drink enough water. Drink. Half of them aren't drinking enough water. It's easy to say, it's cute to say. You know, kind of like walking and talking is cute to say. Everybody want to grab it now. Walk and talk is cute to say. But you've got to remember the most important component in everything that you do, right? And when you're drinking water, of course, if you're generally healthy, generally, Generally, all right? Maybe you got a little of this or a little of that, but you're generally healthy, 6 to 8 ounce cups or glasses a day. If you work outside, if you exercise the way we should be, maybe 9, 10, okay? Maybe 9 or 10 glasses of water a day. But if you are on any type of fluid restrictions, yes, it's hot, it's summertime, you still need to talk with your healthcare provider, you know, especially if you're on strict restrictions. And they'll let you know if it's okay to increase your fluid intake, your water intake by about 120 cc's, a half a cup, or a fourth of a cup, 60 cc's, or a whole cup, however much he or she says is okay. All right? So yes, drink plenty of water. Plenty, especially if you know you're healthy and you exercise a lot. Maybe you need 9 cups. You work outside, maybe you need 10. Okay? And some people just base it on their weight. Some people will use the calculation that uses your weight, and that determines how much water they drink. And so that will also help you determine when you need to drink a little bit extra, how much extra that you need to drink. Right? We want to have enough fluids, okay? Keep those joints hydrated. Keep that water will help your body, will help your synovial cavities to make the synovial fluid. And the synovial fluid is what lubricates your joints. If you have too little or too much synovial fluid, that's not going to work right, okay? Too little, stiffness, gas bowls, cranky joints, okay? Too much, you can have too much. When people say, oh, they had a little fluid on the whatever, the knee, the whatever, they drained it. So just make sure that you're drinking enough water, trying to keep everything in balance. You know, God forbid any of those things, okay? All right? You don't have to be in any of those things. Just like keep it balanced. Um, I got to have I've got to have someone else open up my breathing hole. You've got to have someone else open up your. You do? What inhalers are you on? Are you on inhalers? Hello to everybody that's coming through that didn't say anything. Listen, this is LionsPride. Let's Walk and Talk Original. Okay, we're doing some new things. So I'm not on here as long during the evenings unless someone comes in and, we start talking as usual, per usual. But we don't just throw all our eggs in one basket, because as we see, when you do that, then you find yourself stuck trying to figure out something else when somebody else attaches to you like a leech. Okay? So don't put all of your eggs in one basket. All right? And if you do put all of your eggs in one basket, make sure that they're multicolored. Okay? Make sure we're at a traffic stop. We got action. Y'all know we got traffic, we got action, right? So we keep moving though. We pull those feet up. We use those knees, those hip flexors, and we pull those legs up, right? Pull, pull, pull. Work them, work them, work them. So we can walk in place, or we can march. And we march. We march. We march. Let's go. You see that? You stop, but you keep moving. Keep going. Keep walking. All right? Keep moving. Keep going. Keep walking. Okay, I got you. Make sure that you always have those available. Always have them available, right? Always keep your inhalers close. Always keep those inhalers close. Do you ever take breathing treatments, or are the inhalers, good enough? So I'm trying to walk a little bit slower today. We have our days where we're like a snail's pace. We're like a snail's pace. Then we're kind of moderate. Then we're a little bit faster. All right, we've been kind of walking a little fast today. And then we do that power walking. And usually when we power walk, we don't power walk for the whole time. We switch it up, okay? 2 minutes of power walking, 3 minutes of slow walk, 2 minutes of moderate walking. However you want to do it, whatever best fits your needs, your goals, whatever you require. So look at the legs move. Watch the legs move. Watch the feet and legs move. All right? I don't motivate grown adults, okay? If you find motivation from somebody and you're an adult, that's good. I only motivate adults who I know and truly know and love, who I can reach out and call at 2 a.m, who we go out on vacation together. Because people you don't know and people on these apps, let them motivate themselves, okay? And if they find motivation in someone else, that's okay. But that's not my goal. My goal is to encourage people to do the things that they've motivated themselves to do already. The inhaler is good enough. That's good. I'm glad of that. And you just remember, when you hit a plateau, do something different, okay? Walking isn't the only cardiovascular exercise that's free that you can do. Okay, I have to let people know that. You got to let people know to switch it up. It's one little bird. She takes all of my advice. She tries. She used to be over here. She tries. I wish she'd have stopped molesting that ball, though. Y'all remember proper form, proper structure, okay? Proper technique when you're exercising, all right? Don't hurt yourselves, okay? You don't want to do more harm than good. And even if you're not doing harm, you want to make sure that you're doing it right so that it works correctly, okay? Do it correctly so that it works right. So y'all, pay attention, content creators, pay attention to YouTube. YouTube, I appreciate you. Y'all know I appreciate the subscribers, okay? The moderators, of course. The content creators who come through. The good trolls when they come through, all right? And give a view. The people who know you and say hello, because people who don't really know you or haven't interacted with you, sometimes they're getting to know you, okay? Yes, Queen, my motivate. Yeah, okay. Come on, Eric. That's what I'm talking about. An experience here on YouTube made me realize that I only want to motivate kids and young adults. No grown person that I don't know should be so motivated by me. And I'm not trying to motivate anybody anymore. Because you can motivate and encourage people to do things. Shit. They'll try to stab you in your front, your back, your side. All over trying to get monetization. All over trying to get monetization. So be careful when you're on these apps. The best, like Eric just said, his best motivation was his grandma, right? His queen, his grandmother. And that's where your best motivation comes from. From God, from yourself. I know it's hard. It can be hard trying to motivate yourself, I know. But it comes also, very importantly, from the people who know you. Especially the ones who raised you, your parents, your grandparents, your aunties, your uncles, the neighborhood, all right, the community, the good people in the community, the teachers, the good instructors, right? Even your first boss could be a motivator, right? Those who motivated you and motivated and encouraged you to do things that'll help you, not only help you succeed, but they taught you a way to look at things so that you could feel for yourself that you would succeed, okay? Eric, I'm telling you, I had to clear this chat out, okay? Because, listen, it's one of them right now. If you look at her channel, it's about 3 of them. You look at their channels, you'll think you're looking at my channel. But I'm waiting for them to hit that split, because I ain't hit that split yet. They ain't stood on the wall yet either. See, that's why you can't try to do, you do what people do and you take it and you make it your own. You don't sit there and you try to do the exact same thing. And then when they pop out and do something that you can't do, you realize you cannot compete where you don't compare. Okay? And that's not being facetious and that's not being arrogant, because there are a lot of things that we do that we would love to do that the next person can do. Okay? When I was young, I ran, played ball, but I couldn't play against LeBron. I could, but what good would it do when I couldn't compare? I couldn't compete where I couldn't compare. Okay? All right? I know people who can make their own wedding dresses. Okay? I know how to buy the material, buy the measuring tape, the needle, the machine and thread. I know how to do that. But what good would that do me? What good would that do me? I can't compete where I can't compare. I can't make a wedding dress. And people get tired of you talking about it. And I be like, okay, but you talk about what the hell you want to talk about on your channel, don't you? Because that's your platform. So when you don't like what somebody's talking about, what do? You leave. But let me tell you what people on here do. They leave and then they still sit and watch. People be peopling. Y'all know that's one of my sayings, right? People be peopling. They'll dislike you, can't stand you, but do every damn thing you talk about. Everything you do. Instead of realizing that you can take a nugget from someone, right? And you can turn it into a diamond by making it your own. Right? All diamonds are not the same. All diamonds are not the same. We are all human. But we're not all Simone Biles. All gymnasts aren't Simone Biles. All basketball players aren't Kobe Bryant. All basketball players aren't MJ. They aren't LeBron. You know, whatever you feel about any one of those three, people always want to compare and contrast. At the end of the day, they are who they are. Uniquely original. Okay? They're bouncing the ball like the rest of the guys on the court. But ain't nobody bouncing the ball like Kobe, baby. Ain't nobody bouncing the ball like LeBron or MJ. Nobody's shooting the way they did. Even they get real similar with the way they play, but they're still their own individual selves. But you got grown people. And then they get mad when you say something. And the main ones that get mad are the main ones that try to talk you down. They do it too. They do it too. So don't listen to people, okay? Motivate your damn self. All right, this channel is not made for kids. YouTube, it's made for adults. Now, we get some kids that come through here from time to time. And if you catch this video, listen to what I tell you. Take your motivation from God. Take your motivation from those who know you truly and love you. And maybe you do know some people on the apps, but I bet you your bottom dollar, they don't know you like the ones who really know you, okay? So take your motivation from God. Take your motivation. Pull yourself up by those shoestrings, those shoelaces, the bootstraps, and motivate yourself, even when it's hard. Sometimes you just got to take a break and you're going to be down and out. But then you got to pull and lift yourself up. You know, I say keep moving, keep going, keep pushing. Sometimes we got to keep pulling ourselves up. All right? And leave the other stuff where it is. Look at these insects. All on the phone. Just taking the phone. I guess they want to talk. I guess the insects want to talk, Eric. I guess they want to talk. You got to keep motivating yourself. Okay? So, like I say all the time now, motivate your damn self. And if I can encourage you, great. That is a goal. That is my goal. Encourage, motivate. I know they're synonymous. They're similar in meaning. But for me, there's a slight difference. Okay? And the slight difference is I feel like motivation takes a little bit more. All right? And it's more, people are more sincere. Now, sometimes people aren't, but you seek it from sincere sources. You seek it from sincere people. All right? When you seek motivation or when you find motivation, you typically tend to find it from people who are sincere. And you can find it from a stranger. You can give it to a stranger. You can motivate a stranger. All right? But my intent, my desire, my goals are to motivate myself, to receive all the motivation I can through prayer and seeking it myself. And from those who truly know me, they know what I like, dislike, can't stand, hate, love. All right? Ups, downs, good, bad, pretty, ugly, indifferent. Those people. And they usually don't come off of a nap. Sometimes they can. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. But let me tell you, no matter how friendly a person comes across, usually on an app, it's self-serving. It's self-serving. Especially in this day and time where it's so hard to make money or extra money. Because some people work. They work their butts off. They work hard. But they see apps as a way to make extra money. And when they get on here to make extra money, they will do anything. They'll do some things and make you feel like, well, what's the big deal? When they know they're really being cutthroat. Cutthroat, messy, and full of shh, okay? Cutthroat, messy, and full of ish. So motivate yourself. Motivate yourself. All right? Go where you feel comfortable, right? You know, I always say, if you find yourself in a misery lounge, get up out of there. Don't stay in a place, in a lounge. It's just a reference. Don't stay at anybody else's home, anybody else's party. You know, if you're in a grocery store and that particular aisle seems very offensive, the people seem offensive, they seem to be really rude, they're not paying attention to their kids, the kids are pushing the buggies into you, just leave that aisle for now, okay? Leave that aisle for now and find another aisle. I know